Good evening and welcome to GamesMaster, the show that doesn't mind its sandcastle being knocked over by two attractive ladies playing football. Girls. Tonight sees the beginning of our annual footy tournament, a competition more highly regarded than the Leyland Daft Trophy. And as a tribute to football in the 70s, our event today is dominated by violence. It's a delightful wee thing we like to call shoot down the shops and get us a paper.
For this event, my contestant will be required to keep his wits about him as he enters an environment of unparalleled chaos in the arcade shoot-'em-up Gunblade. Armed with a powerful vibrating weapon, the contestant has 1 credit with which to complete all 8 areas of the game. 1 credit means 5 lives. But considering the mayhem he's likely to encounter, I suspect he'll need every one of them if you get to take the joystick.
Okay, this game obviously needs a very strong wrist, so please welcome today's Master Games player, the aptly named Mr. Paul Ram. Welcome to the show, Paul. Now, Paul, like many Channel 4 television presenters, you spent some time in the Territorial Army.
Yeah, that's right.
What kind of stuff did you learn in that?
Camouflage, ambush, one-on-one combat, disarming and killing dogs, stuff like that.
And killing dogs?
Yeah.
Is that something you've had to use in later life?
No.
No. There's always a first thing. Now, Paul, we did say you need strong wrists for this. Have you been doing anything in particular to strengthen yours?
Yeah, I've been choking my chicken.
Right. Because you are from a farm, aren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
You do live on a farm. Your nickname is Bruce.
Yeah.
Why is that?
Well, a couple of friends from Wolverhampton named me Bruce because my haircut is like on the Doritos advert.
Uh-huh.
Bruce Lee's got the same kind of haircut.
Right. But probably the same reason why I get called John Bon Jovi by my friends for that same...
I was going to call you Penfold.
Thing.
Yeah.
Penfold,
yeah.
Right. Very good, very funny. We will have a contestant on who is funny one of these days, but it's a very good attempt. Hopefully your attempt at the challenge will be better, Paul. If you'd like to go and get that big weapon in your hands, please. And I'll go up to the commentary box. And talking through this one is Dave Perry. Dave, tell us something we don't know about you already.
About me already? What, let's have a think. What, apart from the fact that I've been country's top 50 bachelors, that I'm rich, probably the best games player in the country, that kind of thing.
That kind of thing.
I think you know it all.
That will suffice. Okay, Dave, let's move on then to any tips you've got for Paul on the game.
Okay, well, the thing is that this game has been made by the same people that made the Virtual Cop series. So when the baddies are targeted, the target does turn red when they're about to shoot you. But the thing with this game is it turns red a whole lot quicker, so you haven't got half the time, but you've got unlimited ammo. You haven't got to reload on this game, so just pump them full of lead. Okay, thank you, Dave. Paul has got the duration of the show to play through all 8 areas of the game. He's only allowed 1 credit, which roughly translates into 5 lives for the layman. Best of luck, Paul. Your challenge begins now. Okay, so of course, Paulie is in a helicopter. That's why we've quite literally got a helicopter on the screen. He will be flying around quite a lot. He's beginning in Times Square in New York. Now, we've got barriers all over the place. The top left-hand corner of the screen, you can see a heart, and then the times 5. That means he's got 5 lives left when that extended zero. The challenge is over. We can see that target you were talking about, David, is zipping around very quickly. It's very, very fast indeed. And the thing with this game as well, over the Virtual Cop series, is that you're in a helicopter, so you're moving all the time. So not only are the targets moving, you're moving, and there are buku bogies out there.
Okay, so once again, just to reiterate, Paul's wrists will take a lot of severe punishment throughout the course of this challenge. It's going to be very, very tough. It's more about stamina as much as it is about skill. At the moment, it's fine. He hasn't lost 1 life yet. He's quite safely mopping up the streets there. This is very, very good. A lot of interesting facial wear that the baddies are using. Some nice lines and masks here. As you can see, they're opening up here. 3 big, nasty-looking boys in here, Dave.
Yes, that's right. Those are the guys you see in the intro sequence on the game. That's the end. He's finished his first area. He hasn't lost a life. That's quite a good performance. Okay, so Paul's just entering Midtown Manhattan. We're going to leave him there as his wrists take the greatest strain since the last episode of Baywatch. And we'll go to today's news. Welcome back. Paul Ram has been given the duration of the show to play right through Gunblade on only 1 credit. He's coming to the end of the 2nd stage here. If you look at the top left-hand corner of the screen, you can still see he's got those 5 lives left. He's been playing very well, Dave. Yeah, he's doing well so far. Like you say, he hasn't lost a single life, and he's getting to the end of this stage.
He's speeding up his chopper, and now we've got a kind of big band type boss situation here, Dave.
Yeah, you got a missile launcher on top. Got to take that one out. Big gun, take him out early.
Okay, now is it the man who's got to take out or the actual gun? I can see the
take the man out. Take the man out.
Okay, the bottom of the screen you can see the energy bar up at the big gun. It's when it all goes red, it's dead. As I think it's just about to do. He's evading all these guys.
Almost gone. There he goes.
Wonderfully well. That's the big guy taken out at the end of Area 2. A fantastic display so far by Paul. He still has not lost one life. And so now Paul is going to fly on to the United Nations headquarters. We're going to leave him doing that because we're going to move from men zipping around firing big guns to blokes playing football. That's a little link for all the surrealists out there. As we go over to GamesMaster for the start of this year's Celebrity Football Challenge. Okay, that's great. Well, if you want to see who wins the battle of England's young guns, plus find out how Territorial Army dog killer Paul is getting on Gunblade, join us after this break. Paul, who has been trained in the Territorial Army to kill dogs, is playing Gunblade as we speak now. Okay, now a message for young people at home. I am a highly trained professional and you shouldn't attempt to try presenting in your own home. As an illustration of what can happen if you do, let's go over to Dave and find out how we're doing on Gunblade. Dave, how's it going?
Well, as you can imagine, a lot's happened since you were last with me. Paul has now lost his first life, and we're going to show it now in the highlights in level 1, area 4. We got to the ship here, as you can see, plenty of guys here to shoot. As Paul's blasting around, he loses concentration just slightly. Look at the way the bullets leave their scars on the metal of the ship. I really love the way that happens in this game. Now here's where it happens. This guy goes off the ship, Paul tries to shoot him as he drops into the water. Maybe that's where he loses his concentration because he fails to see this guy who's been targeted. There's a guy here, missiles coming out. Paul tries to shoot it, too late, loses his first life. Now he's 1 life down, he's only got 4 lives left on the challenge. And this is where he faces the boss at the end of the level. That's at the end of Area 4, level 1. This is the end of level boss before he goes on to the hard level. Now this boss fires multiple missiles. Very, very tough to hit. It's confusing to know which one to go for. He loses another life there. He doesn't quite take that missile out. It hits him square on. He's down to 3 lives to complete the rest of his challenge. With these missiles, all you can do is hit the one that's closest to you. The others seem to go with it. But he's got to take this boss out. He's only got 3 lives left to finish his challenge with. There goes the boss. The boss goes down. Big explosion. And we move on to the hard level. Anything can happen now. He's only got 3 lives left to finish the challenge.
Thank you very much, Dave. That was wonderful. Okay, so if we play on into where Paul is, thank you. Dave, would he have been better with a couple more lives up the spout at this point?
Well, really, yeah. I mean, because he's now into the hardest part of the game. He's on area 2 of level 2, which is the toughest level. He's got all these trees obscuring his vision as well. And as he comes to them, all he can see is his crosshairs to know the baddies are there, and they're taking aim.
So it's much speed of reaction needed now. He's on a little fly, but I think big old gun here, Dave.
This is a missile launcher, yeah. He wants to take that one out.
Remarkably adept at that. Fantastic. And that is the end of that area 2. Okay. Paul's moving on to the next level. There's only 2 left to complete the game. And while he does that, we're going to go to today's reviews and hope that Mr. Paul Ram's here when we get back. Okay, former Territorial Army dog killer Paul Ram has been playing through Gunblade since the start of the show. If we look at the screen now, we can see he's on the second last level. But Dave, during that little VT piece there, he's lost another life. This is going to be tricky now, isn't it?
Yeah, he got picked off. He doesn't seem to like the missiles, Paul. He got picked off by another missile. That means he's only got 2 lives now to finish this game with.
Okay, big black van. Now, I would be surprised if there wasn't maybe something evil about that van. Indeed, there is. Huge big robot. Once again, in the bottom of the screen, you can see the robot's energy bar. How tough is this one, Dave?
Well, this one's very tough, because he's going to try and soften you up for the later levels.
And the missile... Oh, no, that's it. The missile's got through his whatever you call it, and that's it. But he's gone through. He's finally gone through Area 3, but he has lost the other life there. Now, how crucial a mistake was that at the end?
Well, that's a huge mistake, because that means now he's got to finish the whole of the final level, which is the toughest level, and it's dark as well to make it extra hard. He can only take 1 hit, and he's going to be out.
Okay, then, we saw a big robot working across it. There's lots of missiles, there's lots of guys. It requires utmost concentration, and he's going to be very, very tired at this stage of the game, Dave.
That's right. He's going to be very, very tired. He's got to look out for the red targets, because if he gets targeted, if one of those goes red and he doesn't finish the guy off, he's going to fire a missile, and we know Paul does not like missiles.
Okay, once again, he can't afford to make 1 mistake. There's guys leaping out from various dark alleys, a lot like Lambert Grove where I live.
There it is.
Oh, no, that's it. Oh, no, that was so quick. The man jumped out from underneath Paul. We can see it now coming up in the replay.
It's down the bottom, you see, you get targets in, Paul doesn't see it, sees the missile too late.
And that's it, unfortunately, it's all over for Mr. Paul Ram. Unlucky, Paul. That was the beginning of the last level. It all went horribly wrong. Tell us what happened.
Well, my arm was totally numb from all the vibrations. I've been playing for ages.
We can all sympathise with that particular physical ailment.
Okay, and one of those guys, I should have shot him first, and he just come back and didn't give me a second chance.
When you were in the territorial army then, how many dogs did you actually kill?
I didn't actually kill any of them.
None?
No.
It was just theory?
That's right.
Would you like to kill a dog?
Not really, no.
Can we return the dog then? Please, I'm sorry. It's all off. Right, okay, thanks very much. Challenge ending unsuccessfully, but please, Mr. Paul Ram, anyway. Okay, that's it. We're all out of time, and next week we'll see the second semi-final of our footy tournament. But I leave you with this question. If you cross Danny Bear with a monkey, would you get a very stupid monkey? Good night.